Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 in Parkitect. In the last episode we took a look at Victoria Lake, and now I'd like to take a look at the Western Roundup, an old Wild West town that's seen better days. If you can get past the heat, there's lots of space for a large amusement park. Scenario: have at least 500 guests in your park, have a happiness rating of at least 75%, sell at least 800 park tickets. Optional: complete all non-optional goals by the end of December year 2 and you will get your gold medal, which I did manage to do, but this was getting a little bit harder this time because of this 75% rating of happiness for your guests. So let's take a look at the park that I built to complete this scenario and get the gold medal. So let's zoom out so that you can see more of the park all at once. This one turned out to be quite a big one. Oh, a nearby theme park has closed, drawing more visitors to you. So as you can see, we've got quite a lot of space if you can watch the fence around the edge here. So we actually do have a little bit of space left once we've done. Oh no! Broken! Come and fix it, guys! So we've got a coaster and a wild mouse coaster and a runaway train minecart coaster here. So you can see that we've got actually 3 coasters, a log flume, a racetrack, and a couple of high intensity rides here. I can never remember the name of that one. G-Lock, that's it, the G-Lock. The jumper. We've got a gravitron. We've got a broken twister, which hopefully our mechanic will come and fix quickly. Yes, being worked on by Jessica Brooks, the mechanic. She's going to fix it for us. And the game itself starts with this stables ride, which is actually your traditional carousel built into a stable type building. That's what you start with at the beginning of the scenario, and we've got a Ferris wheel too. So let's take a closer look at the buildings that we've got. Let's zoom in a bit. So here you've got your staff area. This is your receiving depot here. I've got maybe zoomed a little bit too far, but let's take a look at this little barrel formation with the cactus here. This comes as part of the starting scenario decoration as you come in. So this is your depot building, and it does come with all this beautiful decoration, including these barrels and things. I've added a staff training room and a staff restroom here in this back section, and the scenario also starts with, if we can rotate a little bit, starts with your receiving depot and little staff path through to here, and this beautiful building that you've got here with some refreshments and things in also comes at the beginning of the game as part of the starting options. So if I remove the scenery here so you can see inside, we've got a soft drinks, a hot dog stand and an ice cream stand. Now I think it came with these 2 and I think I added this one, or it came with these 2 and I added this one. I can't quite remember now because it's quite a while since I did this originally. And you've got a little bit of seating up here on the balcony with stairs around the back here. Look, if I rotate this, so this is how it came. It came with a little bit of scenery up the side here and a little bit of seating and a toilet block hidden away for the customers right here, and of course your staff path is hidden behind where the shops are, giving the staff access to the training and facilities and to haul the stuff here. Now where's my hauler not bringing in? Yeah, deliver soft drinks. There he comes. There's my hauler here. Look, bringing the stuff to the soft drinks. Just getting worried about where he is. See, and the cleaner has emptied this bin for us. Nice. So let's rotate around again a little bit here, and this building here with the carousel in also came pre-built. So let's pop the scenery back up. So they've got this. They've called this carousel stables because it's got the horses on the ride, and they've built this stable-like corral structure around the ride, and this came with the start of the scenario. So it's really cool, I think, to have this in. It's a really nice design for a Western theme, isn't it? So I've just added a few of these awnings over the queue line to give the customers a little bit of shade because they really do like the shade. And then from here we started adding a few more rides. So that's what it started with, and then we started adding rides. So I've added an information kiosk right by the entranceway. This is where they come in, right here. So the first thing they see is the main street with your drinks and seating area, and this is going to annoy me. Look, this really needs to be cleaned. Where are my staff? Hey, Mr. Janitor, what are you oh, they're both working. Cleaning soft drinks, too tired to work, and she's already cleaning the toilets. Okay, I'll forgive them then for not cleaning that while they're too busy. So we have our Ferris wheel right here at the entranceway, so you get a good view out of the park as soon as you come in. Might not be the best place for a scenic ride, but it just fits in that little gap that we had here, and nothing else really would have fit in here. And right next to this we've got the Gravitron. It's a great thing for shade in this hot climate. I mean, we were warned about the heat in this climate, weren't we? So these two covered rides is a really great start to the park. And of course we've got a little bit of seating here with the drinks area for the people to get out of the sun. And then coming over in this direction, and I need to rotate a little bit, got all the queues, as you can see, covered with these little cloth awnings just to keep them in the shade, give them a bit of a respite from this sun. And we've got a little tiny station right here for our Wild Mouse coaster. Let's watch. The ride as they go around. Here we go. Whee! I'll zoom in a little bit. Whee! I've always quite liked Wild Mouse. I know that they're not the gentlest of rides when you're riding on them, but I've always had a bit of a soft spot for them personally. I always find them quite fun. They can be a bit forceful as they throw you around the corners, but I think in a way that's part of their attraction. And also the spinning coasters are often based on this type of model, aren't they, with the little wild mice. And as you can tell, a lot of these rides in this particular one, I've actually just used the stock models from inside the game. And there we go, so let's stop following that one. So over here, right next to our carousel and our wild mouse, we've got a log flume, because in this heat, what's better than a nice water ride? So let's follow the ones that have just left the station for the log flume and follow them round our ride. And here we go up the first, after a little meander round, here we go up our first lift hill. And now they'll be all getting excited thinking, what's going to happen next? Are we going to go down? Are we going to meander? What's going on? Oh look, we're above a little pool of water. In the desert you don't get huge puddles of water, just a little one here, right by the log flume. And I saw a big splash in the guys behind. Here we come, ready for our big drop. Are you ready, guys? You're going to put your hands in the air? Oh no, it's going to rain. Here we go, big splash. Whee! And they just wet the guys in the other boat who were just getting off the ride. And then you come around again above the first level here. Look, those guys, the lovely interaction there, going right underneath where this one's passing over the top. And up we come to our second lift hill. Here we go, guys. Whee! And this time there's no meandering, you go straight into your drop. And how far are you going to go down this one? Ready? Hands in the air. No. Whee! Huge drop. So we've got two big drops on this little log flume, a little meander around here, bit of interaction with the path, and just follow back a little nice little curve right by the rocks back into the station. Beautiful. And at this side here, behind the carousel, we have our jumper. Up and down it goes. Not got quite so many people on that. Why are you not so popular? I'm not paying that much for the jumper. Oh, I'm not going on while it's raining. Why do you think? Is my jumper too expensive for you guys, really? Okay, we'll drop the price down to $5 then and see if that helps. Right, so let's move on to the next one. There's the Gravitron, we've already seen that. This is a pre-built ride here for the mine train coaster. This is a pre-built ride. Just used the pre-built layout here. It's a beautiful coaster, absolutely beautiful. I don't know who made that, but it's an absolutely beautiful layout. I mean, look at this decoration, this beautiful little waterfall, all this decor, very, very well done. I don't know who did it, but it's absolutely phenomenal. I won't tour that one because that's one of the pre-built models. I'm sure you've seen this one before. Let's rotate around so you can see all the people jumping off and jumping on. And rotate around. It's really lovely with this, all this interaction with the scenery and stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous mine train. I think I've used it in a few of my builds actually. I think we're back in the right direction. Yeah, so this is the same orientation. We came in over here. And off to the side here we've got a great big wooden coaster. This is huge. Look at this. Again, that's a pre-built. I haven't actually got much experience with building coasters in games, so it's going to be really interesting trying to learn how to do that, to be honest. So let's follow the coaster up the lift hill. I'll follow it around. Some really beautiful models in the pre-built sections. It's great to play around with them and see what they look like. I'm hoping that I can learn how to build them myself from taking a look at some of the rides here. And in some of the later scenarios I do build my own coasters, and you would not have wanted to watch me trying to build them. I made so many mistakes trying to do them. So in a lot of the scenarios I've ended up using the pre-built ones because I tried to build some of my own and just got so frustrated by it. Because I've never done it before and I'm just not quite sure exactly how they're all supposed to work and build. And it's kind of fun, but it's also very daunting to try and build your own. But I love the screams as they go round things. The simulated screams, just like you get in real coasters. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And who doesn't love a good wooden coaster? I mean, this is a sort of an out and back, but it's got extra twists and turns. And people find it totally thrilling, even without being tilted upside down and stuff. Look at the size of that queue. And what price have we got on that? $8.50? Panic Loop was awesome. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, guys. And then just behind there, we've got the G-Lock. People seem to be quite happy to pay for that as well. We've got a really long queue on that one. See, I don't get that. Why are they happy to pay £9 for that when they're not happy to pay £5 for the jumper? Oh, more people are going on the jumper now. Oh yeah, see, oh, it was because it was raining, wasn't it? It was because it was raining. It was because it was raining. Oh, we can put the price back up a little bit, I think, then. There we go. Right, and we have a by the mine train coaster. I do seem to be struggling to speak, you know. By the mine train coaster, we have our Twister, and although that's only $3.20, people don't seem to be terribly happy to pay for it. They do say that it was awesome and they want to go on it, but it's not a big queue lot. I would have thought there'd be more. Oh, someone on the radio mentioned go-karts. The ride will have increasing customers for a time. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we're getting a little bit of a queue there. There we go. And here's the go-karts. And they've just finished their trek around the go-karts. That's got quite a long queue, $6.50. That's a neat little twiddly track here. I did build that one myself. You can kind of see by the sharp corner here. You don't have much space for building, so I just thought, see what we can get in here. I'm quite pleased with the layout of that. It's quite a simple one. So you come round, up a bit, down and round again. Another quite sharp turns. Keep them fairly slow. A little twiddly circle here, and then double back on yourself and back to the start, and then off they go around again. So yeah, that's quite popular again, and I'm really pleased with that fitting into the little gap that we've got over here. And then there were these two mine buildings over here, like old Westy saloon buildings or something, and I thought that's kind of cool. And so what I've done, if we take a look at the scenery, remove the scenery, just added toilets into one of them and some shops into the other, so that we've got shops at the entrance to the park and at the far end, as deep into the park as we get. So we've got burgers, hot dogs and soft drinks again, and we've got a little depot added in here, little staff pass to lead our people in and out, and there we go with the toilets for people. Oh no, someone has not been well. Right over here we've got all these look, we've got all these bins, and they'd be sick on the floor rather than in a bin. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Have we got a cleaner that we can... could you please come and clean this up, please? Thank you. Thank you. Most appreciative. Let's pop the scenery back up, and that is my little park. So, oh, the rain stops the rides from running for a few minutes. And that is my little park for the Western Roundup. So let's have another quick look. So the far end of the park is right here. Unfortunately, the rain stops everything. Though in the desert, you wouldn't really expect to have much rain. So I'm quite surprised by how much rain we do actually get. So here's the top of our park. Look, so you can see the overview of what I've actually built. That's it now. Come up nice and bright for us to see everything. And that is the park that I've built for the Western Roundup scenario. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!